Hey there YouTube, this is Mr.Lubufu and welcome back to Mastering Magic. Today we'll be talking about how to draft Mirage block. This was the first real block that was sort of designed for limited play. It was the first limited Pro Tour as well. And, well, we've got plenty to talk about. To begin with, let's talk Mirage drafting and drafting some of these older sets in general. You rarely will table a playable card, so you'll end up with maybe 22 to 25 cards, even if you don't waste any picks. This leads to a weird situation where you can really not afford to discard your early draft picks, so you can't afford to be in the wrong colors. Signal reading is very, very important in the old sets, and it makes it really hard to draft it if you're not good at it. Kind of becomes like a lottery whether or not you guess whether you're not in the right colors. So being able to judge the more powerful cards and what's coming to you is super important. Anyway, let's talk about the mechanics of Mirage block. There are three big mechanics. Flanking, which means when a creature with flanking is blocked, all creatures without flanking that block that creature get -1/-1, and it stacks, so keep that in mind. Phasing. Phasing's one of the weirdest mechanics ever. It basically makes your cards available every second turn. And banding, which for the sake of length of this video I want to explain, but let's just go with it's very, very, very good, especially in limited. A lot of people don't understand what it is. I'm going to put a link to a video from Tolarian Community College that talks about banding, perhaps in a little bit more detail than I will be, just so I can get through this. But it's very, very, very good. Anyway, let's start at some general notes. So the best creature size that you want to, or like the creature size you want to keep your eye out for is anything larger than 3 power and 4 toughness. Because flanking and banding are in this set, it turns out that you want kind of some larger creatures that can withstand this sort of these abilities that really make blocking unfortunate. Flying is also very, very strong in this set. There's not a lot of evasion, and being able to fly over the creatures with flying or banding is very important. This format is very, very slow as well, so keep that in mind that trying to play 1/1s for 1 and try and get aggressive doesn't work in this format. Lastly, it's not really worth it to attempt to go more than 2 colors. The mana fixing's not there. Now let's talk about the relative strength of the colors per pack. In Mirage, the best color is red, followed by black, then blue, then white, then green. In Visions, we get blue, then black, then red, then green, then white. And in Weatherlight, we get white, then black, then red, then green, then blue. So you notice overall across the spectrum, black is actually a pretty strong color if you can pick it up, which makes it black X, where X is whatever color you want, is one of the top archetypes in this format. It just has a lot of depth across the 3 packs, so if you're able to get into black and you see it's open, it's a good color to be in. Another one of the top archetypes is red-green. Being able to have some burn spells followed up with just big creatures makes it a very viable archetype. Now let's talk about the top cards for drafting. So the way this is going to work is I'm going to cover the top color, or the top common in each color, and then some uncommons worth keeping in mind. In white, we have Pacifism, solid enchantment removal spell. Blue is Ray of Command, one of the top 2-for-1s ever made for limited. Black is Dark Banishing, another solid removal spell. Red at common has Kervek's Torch, which is the top common of the set. It is definitely something to keep your eyes out for. Green has Jungle Worm, which is a nice big creature. Uncommons to keep in mind are Savage Twister, Cerulean Wyvern, and Malice Spirit. And a couple of bomb rares to keep your eyes out for. Sacred Mesa and Hammer of Bugarden are kind of unbeatable in Mirage. Now on to Visions, where we get Knight of Valor at white. Blue has Man o' War. Black has Infernal Harvest. Red has Rock Slide. And green has River Boa. kind of a lower power level, as you can sort of see from most of the colors, but that's sort of how Visions looks. Some uncommons to keep in mind include Necrotol and Waterspout Jin. And probably the top card in the set and the best rare to open is Necrosavant. If you're able to open it or get it past you, you're in good shape. Now on to Weatherlight. Weatherlight has the top card in the set is a white common called Heavy Ballista. Makes combat impossible. It's very, very, very powerful. Blue has Ophidian. Black has Shadow Rider. Red has Fire Whip. And green has Redwood Treefolk. Some uncommons to keep your eyes out for include Cloud Jin and Arctic Wolves. And the most powerful rare in the set is probably Firestorm. So that's basically it for how to draft this. I hope this gives you guys some tips for whenever they do flashback drafts on Magic Online. I'm going to thank you guys all for watching Mastering Magic, and I will see you guys next time.